Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Trish, and you're at Trish's Creative Treasures. And today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a granny heart. So it's going to be taking your basic granny square and turning it into a heart, which therefore you can make into, larger hearts if you just wanted to make a doily with them. Or you can take multiple hearts and make a garland with them, which is what I'm doing. I have pink and light purple yet to add to these, so I have a lot of hearts that I need to make my garland. But we are going to just start with the one heart right now. So they can get a little wonky, but you just got to kind of stretch them out the way you need them to go, okay? So let me get the correct yarn that we're going to use for that. And I think we'll use... Should we use this teal? Sure, why not? We'll use this teal. All right, so we're going to start our granny square the same way that we always do. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm going to do a magic circle. You do a magic circle, or you do the chain 4 and then slip stitch into the beginning of the top of the chain. Sorry guys, I just quick needed a drink. So, gonna put your yarn on your 2 fingers, pinch it, wrap around the back of the first one, and then you grab your working yarn with your pinky, go under, then go on top with the hook, you pull through, you turn it towards, the way that you're facing, grab your working yarn and pull through. You just did your chain 1, okay? So now we're going to do a 2 round granny square, okay? So we're going to double crochet. We're going to do 4 sets of 3 double crochets with chain 2s in between. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. I like to pull my loop a little tighter there. So we're going to do our second set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and chain 2. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and we got to do our last one, so I like to tighten that up a bit more. So we're going to do the last 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then of course chain 2, and then slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet, slip and slip. Okay, so just going to yank that and make that a little bit tighter there in the center. And for me, get the cat hair off of there. All right, so now I'm going to flip it just like I always do. And then we're going to slip stitch right back into the center of that. If you want to know more in a slower way of how to do the magic circle, if you go watch my first tutorial, which was teaching you how to make a granny square, I go into a more deeper explanation on how to do the magic circle. All right, and how I do I do a seamless granny, so I go into more detail on how I do that. But after you slip stitch into there, we got to slip stitch here. Okay, well that's actually your chain 1. We're chaining 1, not slip stitching. Okay, so we're going to do the first half of this corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so then we're going to chain 1. You only chain 2 when you're in the corners, okay? But when you're outside of the corners and you finished a granny stitch, you always chain 1. So we're going to yarn over, and now we're going to do 3 double crochets in this first chain space. So there's 1, 2 and 3, and we're going to chain 2, and we're going to do another 3 double crochet in the same chain space. And chain 1. Let me get a bit of yarn here because I just feel like the yarn ball is in your way of seeing what I'm actually doing here, and I don't want that. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. All right, so we chained 1, so and that chain 1 will become the next chain space for in the center here. And my rolled up scrappy yarns have cat hair on them, they have Trish hair on them, but these are just for me, so it's okay. I don't care. They come out in the washing machine. All right, so we're going to do our next corner, so which is going to be, that's right, 3 double crochet. There's 2, there's 3, and then we're going to do a chain 2, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet again. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 1. And now we're going to go into our last corner. So there's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then we're going to do 3 double crochet in the same chain space. 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. So now we got to go finish our first corner here. So we're going to do 3 double crochet into that chain space. 1, 2, 3. A little bit more yarn. Just don't want it to roll off. And then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch right there into the top of that first double crochet. So go under the V, pull through and pull through. And then we are going to slip stitch over to this center chain space there. So your next stitch, you're going to slip stitch into, slip stitch, and slip stitch. Oops, let me try that again. Slip stitch and chain 1. So we are going to be working with our little square here into like a diamond shape. So these are like, this is the big part of the yarn, like your hoop. This part here is here and here, and this is a slip stitch, and then it just kind of goes down into your point there. So I hope you understood what I just said. Let me just unravel some yarn here, so I already have that going here, and I don't have to worry about constantly unraveling yarn. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 3 triple crochet, not 3, we're going to do 12 triple crochets right in this chain space. So triple means you yarn over 2 times, okay? So you're going to go through, pull up, go through 2, go through 2, and go through 2. That is your first triple crochet. So we're going to do 12, guys. There's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So from here we're going to slip stitch into that chain space right there. So slip stitch, stitch, not stitch. Okay, and from there, we're going to go directly over to this chain space here, which is going to be directly side to side from the first 12, and we're going to put 12 triple crochets in this next chain space. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. I got a tick on the back of my throat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's where you can say finally. So there is the top of your heart so far. So what do you think, guys? It kind of reminds you of like a Mickey Mouse thing right now, but it is your heart. All right, so right where we were, if you pull apart this, your first stitch is right beside it, but you got to pull apart. It's, let me do a Krista from Secret Yarnery thing. Right here is your first stitch. So if you leave this, this kind of hangs over it. So you got to kind of pull that back, and right there, we're going to put a double crochet. Okay. Now, normally what you would do, if you were just going to finish your heart off like this, you would slip stitch from these, or I don't even think you slip stitch. I think you would just go to here and slip stitch right into the hole. Okay. But we're not going to be done with it this way. This way we're going to do a double. All right, we're going to do another double. And in your chain space, we're going to do a half double. And we're going to do one more half double right into this stitch right there. And now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets into the next 6 stitches. So there's, okay, let me catch it. 1, 2. Now your third one goes in the chain space here. 3, and pull it over to get that stitch there. 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to put a single crochet in there in your chain space. Chain, that depends on how severe you want your point. If you don't want a really harsh point, you would change 1. If you want a really severe point, then you would chain 2. I just do a 1. So, but you have options. I give them to you. So there is the bottom. Let me just get a little bit more yarn here, guys. There is the bottom of your hearts. Now we got to work our way back up to the top here and do it mimicking the other side. So we have 4 single crochets to go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have, did I do that right? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows with me? All right, we're going to move on to some half double crochets here. Oh no, wait, that's a single crochet yet. I apologize. Single crochet into the next. That would be a double, double, half, half. So we need to do one more single right into that last stitch right there. And then we're going to do a double crochet. I mean a half double crochet, I apologize. And into this very first stitch, you can barely see it, but it is there. Right in there. Just squeeze your hook on in there, it'll fit. So you're gonna, it would be nice if I would have yarned over first before I did that. Yarn over, then squeeze into your little tiny space there. Half double. And you're gonna do 2 doubles. And then you're going to slip stitch into your the top of your first triple crochet. So there is the shape of your heart. So, which is pretty easy, guys. You just got to remember 2 rows of a granny square, and then you make it into a triangle. So on your first side of your triangle, not the center, the sides, the first one you do 12 triple crochets. Then you slip stitch into the point, chain space. Yeah, okay, yeah, I could do that. So then we go right over to the next one and we do 12 triple crochets. So then we do that. So then we get here, and then we got to do in the stitches 2 double, 2 half double, and then 6 single. And then you get into your point here, so you single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So then you're going to do 6 singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and slip stitch into the top of your heart. Let me just move my legs here a little bit, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to use my heart here as my guide. All right, we are going to kind of just like repeat what we have already done, but using some double crochets and some half doubles. So we are going to chain 1 there, okay guys? So we are going to do in all 12 of these triple crochets, we are going to do, in the first one here, we're going to do, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got to do some increases. So starting in this first chain space, we're going to do 2 double crochets. Yeah, I was playing up and along until I made up this, how I thought it looked good. Like it actually looked like a heart. There's so many people that have the heart grannies out there, but I just wanted to do my own. Okay, so we got 2 doubles in there. So there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4. So we got to do 2 double crochets in each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, here's the 3rd stitch. And here is the 4th stitch. So now we are going to just go around and do just straight up double crochets. So there's 1. You got to count because you got to mimic this. 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double crochet, 6, and 7. Well, that's 12 altogether, but okay, so here's where we slip stitch. So we are actually going to slip stitch right into the same spot we slip stitched into before. So we're just going to pull this all the way down. Don't pull it too tight. You want to let it on a little bit, you know, decently, not overly loose, not too tight, just relaxed. So you're going to take it down and slip stitch right back into there so you get that nice actual divot in the center. Okay, so let's see, I forget how many we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to do 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the next 4 you're going to do 2 in each. 1, 2, there's 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 2. Okay, so which means then we're going to go down to here. We're going to do just double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, and we're going to switch down that fuzzy on my yarn. We're going to do a half double and then some singles. So let's do a half double, and then we're going to do singles down till we get to the point again. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to put 1 right into the middle or into that chain 1 space. So there's a single, chain 1, single. So now we're going to go up 7. So single crochet into the next 7 stitches. Ah, there goes Christian off on his bike. So there's our point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then we need a half double crochet, and then we need 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet you put in there. And done, and chain 1. You're going to, now depending on how big you want your heart to get is how many rounds you want to do. Okay, so this is just, you know, your actual making the heart round, and then another round just to clean it up. I have this one that I did same thing, but this one got a little too much. So I did too many increases, too many other things, but it still looks cute underneath, like a glass, you know, with a heart, with a candle in it. Draken, please be quiet.
Sorry, I'm trying to lay down.
So yeah, you just got to be careful on how many. I don't have anything that I wrote down on how I did this. What did I do? I would have to eyeball it. But like I said, I have too many increases on this one. But now we are going to snip this off. And we are going to pull this through. All right. We're going to tighten that center. We're going to go here. Let me grab my white, which I should have done that ahead of time. But duh, I did not. Let's get that ball band back on that I just knocked off. This is just a Mainstay white acrylic from Walmart. Works for me. I don't need nothing fancy. So we're going to just attach your yarn wherever you want. So I just kind of stay down here where it already is part of, you know, I kind of go right into where it was before. And we're going to attach our yarn. And then we're going to chain 1. So at this point, I'm going to do a double crochet and another double crochet, three. Let me do that one again. 3 and 4. Okay, so now we're going to do some increases here, because if you don't increase, it will buckle in. So we got to do 2 double crochets, 1, 2, increase, 3, 4, increase again, 5, 6, increase again, 7, 8, and one more increase, 9, 10, and now we're going to do 1 double crochet till we get to the center. So there's 1, 2, 3, get some more yarn, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and then we are going to once again slip stitch down into this same center part where we always slip stitch into, to keep that center part just down. Okay, so let me just cut this little piece off here so it's out of my way. Put that off to the side. All right, so now we've got to mimic this. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to do 9 double crochets, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of double crochets. So we're going to have the next 5 stitches after these 9 will be 2 sets, 2 double crochets in each of those 5 stitches, and then we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 just regular double crochet again. So on to the 9. So pull this apart, and your first stitch is going to be right here. Right there's your V. Okay, so yarn over and go to that first stitch, which sometimes can be a little tricky to get in. Just shove your hook right through it. So there's 1, 2, let me double check that, make sure I don't have a hidden stitch in here. I'm in there. I think I do have a hidden stitch. Yep, 1, 2, or do I? I'm sorry guys, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right for you guys. So. Yep. I was right. 1, 2. So it looks like a little X in the pattern, but it's actually a stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got cats fighting at my feet, man. That just made me jump. Sorry if I lost out of focus there. Holy moly. Which one is are fighting at my feet? I can't even see who's down there. They took off. Saphira and Athena. Okay, so now we're going to do the next 5 stitches. Each are going to get 2 double crochet in them. So, 1, if I can keep it in there, get the fuzzy off. 1, 2, 'Got to get some yarn, guys. 3, 4, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're back to just 1 right into each right here till we get all the way around. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet, 4 double crochets to go. So there's 1, get your hook in there, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do a half double, and then we're going to do the rest single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now we are going to go into our point with after 1 more. So there's 9 and there's 10 stitches there. Now we go into our point, which is right here. Actually, 1 more stitch. I'm sorry. So that makes it, let me just refresh this, okay? So on our way back down, after we do the 2 in 1, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 4 double crochets, 1 half double, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 single crochets. Now we're going to go into the point. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and then we're going to make sure we get all the stitches. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Make sure I'm doing this right. So we had from there 1, 2, 4. So we have 1, 2. So now we need to go to our half double. Actually, I'm sorry, that half double would have been a single. This is a single. This is the half double. And then we slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet. And that, guys, right there, you'd chain this off. Well, I mean, you know what to do. Tie off, snip your yarn, and voila, there you have your Valentine's hearts to either use as little table decor, doily type things. You could make garland with them. Whatever you choose that you'd like to make out of your cute little granny hearts. So there you go. I hope this was easy enough for you to follow. One way of doing the garland is you're just going to do chains, and you'll chain so many chains, and then you're going to slip stitch into a side, chain so many chains, slip in equally to the other side, chain, you know, just back and forth, so you make a cute little garland to hang somewhere if you'd like. Oh, you want to come up and say hi? Hold on. Here's Regna. Regna wanted to come up and say, she says, hello, I've been grumpy the past couple of days. I keep growling at Mom because she's bugging me. Right? Nope, now she wants down. And she knocked my makeup on the floor. So, alright guys, I hope this was easy enough for you to understand and I wasn't too like back and forth off the wall. Just mind me, please forgive me. I did have to start take gabapentin again, so I'm losing my words and I'm losing thought. I'm losing concentration of what's in my brain. So I'm doing this the best that I can. So, but I hope this has taught somebody or helped somebody understand how to make a granny square and turn it into a heart. All right. Till I see you on the next time, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and let me know how this works out for you. If you're going to make something with it, if you're not, if you were able to understand my tutorial, if you were not, just let me know, because I don't know unless you're honest with me, and you're not going to hurt my feelings. So I'd rather you be honest and tell me how it works out for you. All right, guys. Love yous. Bye.